much needed space. Um, you mentioned kind of traditional medical care, which is been challenging as long as I've lived, as long as really probably anybody on the planet's been alive. But today, traditional medicine can be accessed from almost anywhere, right? Most towns anywhere in the world has a doctor somewhere. Imagine a case where there just isn't a doctor in town. Maybe there isn't a doctor for hundreds of miles. That's the situation that we're dealing with mental health care today. In fact, roughly half of the American population doesn't have a therapist they can see within 30 miles or so. You know, One of the things that I found really interesting about what you just said is you already know what that experience is like with a doctor, right? So you know what you're getting yourself into. With a psychotherapist, most people haven't been through this before, right? And their friends haven't been through it, and their parents haven't been through it. Um, so going back to something you said a little bit earlier, psychotherapists, I think you mentioned that psychotherapists are probably doctors as well. Um, some psychotherapists are doctors. Others are licensed clinicians. In most states, that means a master's degree with a focus on psychology, several years of working as a registered intern under the guidance of a licensed clinician, and so forth. But I'm focusing on that because it highlights just how little most people know about how to choose a therapist, right? How do you pick the right therapist for you? How do you know that it's going to be a good match? You're going to be able to have a good conversation. That they're going to specialize in the areas that you need help with. I liken it a lot to the first time a child goes to see a dentist, right? Maybe they're 4 years old, 5 years old. They've seen cartoons that make seeing a dentist kind of, seem scary. They've heard other kids say, "Oh, seeing the dentist is awful." But mom and dad are there going, "Hey, it's okay. This is good for you. It's not going to be a bad experience." You go, the dentist gives you a lollipop afterwards, and everything's good.